Ever wondered why we believe in something we can't see? It's a question that's been asked time and time again, across cultures, across generations. It's a question that brings us to the heart of one of the most powerful forces in human history: faith. Faith is a curious thing, isn't it? It's unseen, unmeasurable, yet it has the power to inspire us, to drive us, to uplift us in our darkest hours. It's like a compass in the wilderness of our lives, guiding us when we're lost, giving us hope when all seems lost. Let's think about it this way. Consider the wind. We can't see it, can we? But we know it's there. We can feel it on our skin. We can see the leaves rustling in the trees. We can hear it whistling through the branches. The wind is unseen, yet it's undeniable. It's intangible, yet its effects are tangible. Faith is much like the wind. We can't see it, but we can feel it. It's not something that can be measured or quantified, yet its effects are real and powerful. Just like the wind can stir the leaves and sway the trees, faith can stir our souls and sway our lives. It's the faith in the unseen that has driven some of the greatest achievements in human history. It's the faith in the unseen that has helped people overcome insurmountable odds. It's the faith in the unseen that has given people the strength to endure, the hope to carry on, the courage to fight. Faith, my friends, is not about seeing. It's about believing. It's about trusting in something greater than ourselves. It's about holding on to hope when all seems lost. It's about finding strength in the midst of weakness, light in the midst of darkness, courage in the midst of fear. Faith, like the wind, is invisible, but its effects can be seen and felt. It's the unseen force that has the power to transform our lives, to shape our destinies, to make the impossible possible. So, hold on to your faith, believe in the unseen, and let it guide you through the journey of life. Consider the journey of a seed. This tiny capsule of potential begins its life journey buried in darkness, surrounded by what seems to be insurmountable challenges. Yet with just a bit of water and warmth, its transformation begins. The seed doesn't question its circumstances, it doesn't lament its placement deep in the earth, nor does it doubt whether it will ever see the light of day. Rather, it embraces its situation, understanding that this is just the first chapter of its story. From this humble beginning, the seed begins to grow, pushing its way through the soil towards the warmth of the sun. This isn't a swift journey. It's slow, it's gradual, and it's fraught with obstacles. Yet the seed perseveres, trusting in the process, knowing that its time will come. Now let's draw a parallel between this journey of the seed and our faith journey. Just like the seed, our faith may start small, surrounded by challenges and darkness. We may feel buried, unable to see the light of day. But remember, the seed teaches us that it's in the deepest, darkest places that growth begins. Our faith, like the seed, needs nurturing. It needs the water of the Word of God and the warmth of His love. And just like the seed, we need to trust in the process. We need to patiently persevere, even when we can't see immediate results. We might not understand the whys and hows of our circumstances, but we must remember that God is working even when we can't see Him. Our faith journey, like the seed's journey, requires time. It requires patience. It requires perseverance. We may not always understand God's plans or His timing, but we must trust in Him, knowing that He is with us every step of the way. Just like the seed, we may not see immediate results, but we must trust in the process and in God's timing. Trust in His plan, for He is the master gardener, nurturing and tending to us, ensuring that in due time we will blossom and bear fruit. Have you heard the story of two friends in a desert? These friends embarked on a journey through the scorching sands under the relentless sun. As they treaded on, one friend began to lose faith. He looked at the vast expanse of barren land and felt despair. His steps slowed, his heart sank, and he questioned, how can we possibly find our way through this? But the other friend, he held on to his faith. He acknowledged the hardship, the heat, the thirst, but he also saw the beauty in the endless dunes, the strength in their perseverance, the opportunity in the challenge. He said to his friend, we must keep going. I believe there is a way through this desert, and God is with us. As they continued, the friend who lost faith struggled more and more. He felt the weight of the sand beneath his feet, the scorching heat on his skin, the dryness in his throat. He was ready to give up. But his faithful friend, he kept encouraging him, kept reminding him of their shared faith, kept assuring him that God was with them. And then, when they were almost at their breaking point, they spotted a traveler in the distance. He guided them to an oasis, a sanctuary in the middle of the desert. It was a place of respite, a place of rejuvenation, a place that reaffirmed their faith. The friend who had lost faith realized then that his despair had clouded his belief. He saw that by giving up on God, he was giving up on himself. He understood that faith isn't just about believing when it's easy, it's about holding on even when the journey gets tough. So, remember this tale of two friends in a desert. It's a testament to the power of faith, to the strength of belief, to the essence of never giving up. No matter how difficult the journey, no matter how insurmountable the challenge, keep your faith alive. It's during the hardest times that we must not give up on God, for He is always with us. Do you know the power of persistence? Imagine a mountain climber, let's call him Sam. He stands at the base of a towering mountain, its peak obscured by swirling clouds. Sam is not daunted by the challenge. He has faith in his abilities and the journey that lies ahead. His goal is clear, to reach the top, no matter how long it takes or how difficult it becomes. This is the power of persistence, a steadfast commitment to keep going despite the odds. Much like Sam, we all have our own mountains to climb, our personal challenges and trials that test our faith. Just as he needs to trust his equipment and his skills, we too must trust in our faith and maintain a steadfast connection with God. In his journey, Sam faces setbacks. He slips, he stumbles, the weather turns against him. There are moments when the peak seems impossible to reach, yet he persists. He wakes up each day with renewed determination, undeterred by the challenges of the previous day. The power of persistence isn't about ignoring the obstacles or pretending they don't exist. It's about acknowledging them and choosing to push forward anyway. Similarly, in our faith journey, there will be times of doubt, moments of fear, periods of uncertainty, but it is in these moments that our faith is tested and our persistence becomes vital. For it is not the absence of trials that defines our faith, but our response to them. And so, Sam continues his climb. Each day he moves a little closer to his goal, and one day he stands at the peak, looking out over the world below. The journey was long and fraught with challenges, but he persisted. His faith in himself and his journey carried him through. In our faith, as in Sam's climb, miracles happen not by chance, but through persistence. It's not about waiting for the storm to pass, but learning to dance in the rain. It's about understanding that faith, like climbing a mountain, is not a sprint but a marathon. Our persistence in faith can move mountains. God is always with us on our journey. As we draw closer to the end of our discourse, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've traversed. In the unseen faith, we discussed how faith is akin to the wind. We may not see it, but we feel it, and we see its effects on the world around us. It's an assurance of what we hope for, and a conviction of things unseen. Our second story talks about the seed. A minuscule seed, when planted, nourished, and given time, grows into a mighty tree. This is a vivid illustration of faith. It might start small, but with nurturing and patience, it becomes something remarkable and unshakable. We then visited the tale of two friends, a story that underlines the importance of trust. Just as a dear friend stands by us even when the world turns its back, God is always there, ready to help, guide, and comfort us. In the power of persistence, we explored the importance of tenacity and faith. There may be times when we feel our prayers go unanswered, but remember, a delay is not a denial. Persistence in faith is the key that unlocks the door to God's blessings. The message is clear: don't give up on God regardless of the circumstances. God is not a distant entity, unconcerned with our struggles or detached from our joys. He is ever present, intimately involved in the minutiae of our lives, and deeply invested in our well-being. Until next time, stay inspired. Remember, faith is a journey, not a destination. It's a constant process of growth, of falling and rising, of doubts and assurances, of trials and triumphs. Through every phase, God is there, guiding us, strengthening us, and loving us unfailingly. God is with us in every step of our journey and in every beat of our heart. Don't give up on Him, for He never gives up on us.